This is the MPG GUNGNIR 110R series desktop from MSI. The Ryzen 5 7000 series processor. Got an 850 watt power supply. It's 32 gig, DDR5, 6000 megahertz. The Aorus B650M Elite AX gaming motherboard. We're going to be cooling that chip down. That chip gets hot. It does get hot. The Knoxwood NH-D15. And we got a 4070 Super GeForce RTX. It's a pretty popular case at the time of this video. Comes complete, shipped with 4 RGB fans. We'll take this side panel off and have a better look here. It's got half glass in the front and half plastic cover, giving it a unique look with vents on the side for airflow, a vent up top here for airflow, power button, reset button. You got your hard drive light here. You've got USB Type-C. You've got two. These are 3.0 USB ports there. Microphone, headphone jack, and of course your button that you can press to change your RGBs. Let's go ahead and open it up and have a look. Oh, this has your classic slide off panel here. You just slide it back like this. Set it down. It's tempered glass, pretty heavy. Let's just have a look inside here. There, of course, are your fans, ARGB, one in the rear, 3 in the front. You got nice, tough to see in this. Let me take the back cover off. I'll give you a better look. Let's go ahead and take this other back panel off on this side. Okay. There's that. Back panel slides right off. Typical computer case. And as you can see, rubber grommets here. None up top, but there are rubber grommets down on the side of the motherboard where the motherboard goes. And this does support ATX, micro ATX, and mini ITX, of course. Turn it around here. This is an all metal case, except for the front. This is a plastic in the front, but everything else is metal. Nice big open cutout there for your for access to your back plate. And here you have your RGB fan controller. And as we see here, we got a place to mount a couple of 2.5 inch SSDs here. This tray just comes off and you can mount those drives there. That's power to your fan controller, RGB. There's your RGB plug. There's the switch that goes up to top there. That's the cable for that. Then of course your other cables plug into your board, your front panel, your USB-C, your USB 3, audio. So down here we've got, of course, your good old-fashioned instruction book. Area for your power supply, of course, down there. Where I'm pulling this out is where you can store some 2.5 inch drives for your larger storage. You can see here. And then your accessory bag with all of your screws and whatnot. We'll have a look at that. So you can have an additional 2 more 3.5 inch hard drives here. So interesting case, well built. Let's see how all the parts fit into it. And this front panel does, it comes with the 200, front panel is over here. It does come with the 120 millimeter fans. It can support 140 millimeters. It can support 2 of those. The top can support 2 120 millimeter fans or 240 millimeter fans also. And the rear supports 120 millimeter fan, just a 120 millimeter fan in the back. This can also support up to a 360 millimeter rad, and the top supports up to a 240 millimeter rad. And the rear, of course, only supports 120 millimeter rad. So now that we got that out of the way, let's check it out and see how these parts fit in this case. Okay, let's see what we got so far. Got the board in. Cooler was on, of course. Got the video card in. Still got plenty of room in there. I'm liking how this is looking. There's one thing that I did notice. So you can see right down here where my hand is. This is where the CPU power cable will come through and plug in right there to that. The issue with that is, I'm glad they have a cutout and the board doesn't, you know, come all the way up to the top. You have room to get the cable through, but my problem is I can't get my hand down there to plug that in. So that may be an issue because of the size of the cooler, of course, but I may be able to plug it in, bringing my hand through this way somehow. I'll have to see how that goes. If not, I will have to remove the video card, remove the motherboard, plug that cable in first, and then feed that cable in through that hole while I mount the motherboard. It's a couple steps backwards, but that's okay. At least I didn't get further along and realize that, you know, may be an issue. I would like to say that I like the layout of the board itself. This has 4 fan headers, which is great. And I think that's really good for micro ATX boards. That's really good. So with this card in here, 2-slot card and that big heatsink, I've got access still to all 4 fan headers. I've got access still to all of the RGB headers. There's actually 4 RGB headers on this board, 2 12 volt, 2 5 volt. I have access down here to the USB Type-C. I have access over here to the USB 3s. So, you know, that's good. Now down here under the card, there are the SATA drive hookups. You know, that might be something if you had a longer card or a 3-slot card that you may want to plug in before you put your video card in. Also, if this was a 3-slot card, you maybe want to go ahead and plug in all of your connectors down at the bottom, any of your system fans, any of your front panel, any of the USBs or audio ports down there. You might want to get those plugged in before you put in a 3-slot card. But overall, in general, I like the layout of the board. It was well thought through, in my opinion. And this is looking quite nice. It fits very well into this case. Let's see what is going to be next. I'm going to try the power supply because I want to be sure that I can get that plugged in. So I'm going to go ahead probably and plug that in separately before I go any further. Let's see how that goes. Sometimes you have to get a little clever when you're working with these things, but right here, as you can see, is the connector. And I actually had to feed the cable through this way, line it up, and I was able to get my finger in here and snap that guy on there. Then I had to bring the rest of this through this way, if that makes sense. But I got him without having to take the motherboard off. Okay everyone, this is what we got so far on this build. Looking pretty decent. I don't have the fans hooked up yet. Got the video card, all the cables hooked up to there. I don't really have all the wire management done completely either. 24 pins hooked up. All the other cables are hooked up. You know, the only thing that I question with this case is this open door right here. I'm not really sure why that has to be open. It shows, you know, some of the power supply specs or whatever. I don't know. If that's my only complaint so far, that's not doing too bad. Let me show you real quick. I had to remove, which is a good thing we can, this hard drive bay. I didn't have to, but I wanted to. They don't have any 3.5-inch drives going in this thing anyway. But let me turn this around. Okay, here's the back side of this, and it's a little bit of a mess. Like I say, wire management I haven't done yet. But you can see that, you know, with this hard drive bay, if it was there, you know, the wires here would be a little tight. Not to say that it couldn't be done, but it makes life a little bit easier for me in doing this build if I can remove it. Now, of course, they'll keep that bay in case they ever want to add, but the way you get that bay out of there is that you have to remove this foot plate right here. There's 2 screws at the bottom, and then that exposes 2 of the screws that hold down the drive bay. So it's coming along, not bad. Still got to get the fans and all that hooked up, but okay everyone, this is how this final build turned out. Not a bad little build for what it is. Doesn't look too bad at all. Got the little rainbow RGB going on the memory there, on the Fury memory. They like a little bit of RGB, so I gave them that. These RGBs can be controlled with a button up top here. You have about 30 different settings for the fans to cycle through. They wanted a monitor, so I got them that. They wanted speakers, so I got a sound bar here. And by the way, this is a decent little sound bar. I own one myself. And actually, I'll leave a link down below this video with all the parts included in this build. But it turned out quite nice. I like the case. I like building in this case. It's not bad. Not a bad case to build in at all. But, you know, hey, thanks for coming along with me. And I am Tim with Tim's Computer. See you soon.